Alright guys, so this new game seems to be called Super, so let me get this right. Super New Dimension Game Neptunia Infinite. So the announcement trailer and the stream for it, those didn't get translated, so I'm gonna go through a whole lot of like translated and see like what I got, because I had to translate a whole lot of things from the stream, and I don't have like perfect translations, like rough stuff going on. But let's just say I use various means to help me piece things together. So I got like a lot of notes actually, so bear with me here. Alright, so first of all, man, the title, it looks like 8, but it really looks like they're going with my translation for it was actually unlimited, but it really looks like infinite. So like the 8 is more than likely the infinite sign. I'm pretty sure about that. As far as story, so get this. What I got for story is that timeline ending meteor is going to hit Neptune, like all the actual dimension, and just wipe everything out, cause the whole apocalypse. Now everyone got deleted by it except Neptune. Now Neptune was able to survive it while also having like a new ability called Rewind. So what this is going towards is we're going to just rewind everything to where she actually hopped to other dimensions to like help herself prevent this from happening, to prevent the whole apocalypse, of everything from happening. That's where this is going. Just so y'all know what I'm talking about with part of like translation, I summarized it, but I'm gonna give you what I got here. More direct translation that I got was, it was the first meteorite that heralded the end of the world, as this despair enveloped everything. Only the goddess Neptune returned in the white space. A mysterious voice guides the way. The numbers are etched onto the sheet. Damn, my rough translation. That is a sign that we are challenging the end of the world once again. Neptune's retry ability is activated, causing the end and beginning to repeat. Causing the end and the beginning to repeat. Encounters with new allies and enemies. Having overcome countless defeats, Neptune and her friends confront the true apocalypse. To save the world from the brink of apocalypse, the goddess is now soaring into a new dimension. Now we're going for a darker tone for the story, at least from a premise standpoint. When you look at the cutscenes, like it's still lighter in tone. It's pretty jokey, and I'll get to the CPUs in a second because I got quite a bit of translation going on there. And literally, the last game 7, that had a pretty dark story too, with everything being wiped out. Even to where the very beginning, Neptune just didn't have any shares, so that's interesting too. Now, as far as the new goddesses that we saw, what I have is we have Rouge, who was driven by the Nintendo Switch representative. He even has the freaking ear flaps for the Switch from remote, and I think this is a Switch dog reference, so that's interesting. And even the scarf kind of looks a bit dog-like. Well, they're kind of going all in with it. He seems really timid from the dialogue that I saw, and rather frantic. And the nation that she is leading, it was called Sweetie or something like that, Sweetie, which is Switch. That's funny. This is so Sweetie is what Planet 2 got renamed to. And then we also have CL, who was the girl with the white dress. And she seems to be a replacement for Planet Noir. Now we still have the original CPUs. It's just that these new goddesses, who I got translations saying that they're the guardian goddesses. Not sure how accurate that is, but I think we might be onto something. It it seems like these girls are gonna take over for the original CPU. While they still seem to be present, at least in other timelines. But anyway, so we have CO. So Rouge has red heart with her transformation. Ciel has blue heart with her transformation. And then we have like the girls that are taking over for Lean Bots in first place. So we have Anna, who was like the girl in the black dress, and then we have Lot, who was the girl in like the wire dress with like the green thing going on for their outfits. So these two are twins, is what I got from the translation. So that's interesting. Not paralleling with Bert and Chica. So Chica, I think it's like a self-proclaimed thing with her being Bert's sister, because she has like a thing for that. But this one is like legit. They're from like the same mom. So that's basically what's going on there. Now, these two have a fusion called Eclipse Heart. But yeah, like, I know a whole lot of people are gonna like that one. Now, this is very interesting because we never had a fusion between CPUs or goddesses before. So we're gonna come back to this, but take a big note of that, because that's actually really good. Now, it's also dubious too if the CPU candidates are still there, because there's actually no mention of them, but it seems that they got destroyed in the original timeline. It seems like, to me at least. So their version of like the candidates are the guardian goddesses, is what I'm seeing. So interesting like note there. Now with the rewind, I'm gonna take a lot of notes with the rewind and come back to it. For the rewind, it seems that you can possibly get them back. Is what I'm theorizing. And it could be like an in-game mechanic, and we've seen this like rather often in games with the rewind mechanic. How far they'll go is like beyond me, but my direct translation is like respot. So what I also have here is like the roaming. So the roaming is getting like a pretty decent step up, because if you see in the gameplay footage, there's some floating going on. So you'll be able to like fly in the old world and on maps if you go into HDD. It is not just Neptune. Guardian Goddesses can actually do this too. All you have to do is just go into HDD and you'll be able to fly and actually ascend and descend while moving. So that's really handy too. In the gameplay, I also noticed that combat is actually pretty one-to-one with like how they did it in Game Maker, where it's like active, like switching, active, real-time combat. So it does like easy, like, so we'll see what they'll do with that. So that's what we're getting these days with Neptunia. And then more about the gameplay. There's also a bit more about giant battles, so we can expect that too. Like with the shark. So like the shark, I got the translation for it. So the shark is called the Storm Shark in Osaka. Like literally that whole name. Now the release date is August 27th, which is quite a bit from now. The game actually looks like it could have came out like next week, next month. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm surprised that they even made us wait that long and again to come out. Now I'm not sure if this is just Japan or like international or even US. So we'll see with that one. So we got Galaxy Edition and Digital Deluxe Edition. What I'm also seeing too is that there's no Steam. So this is only for Switch 1. Interestingly, Switch 1, Switch 2, PS4, and PS5. Okay, now PS4 for only as digital. So as far as I'm seeing, as of now, this is not on Steam. Not yet, at least. But I don't see why not. Although we had this happen before with the Neptunia series, where yeah, like it doesn't seem like it'll be available for Steam for a while. What we know about the Guardian Goddesses. So Rouge looks like she's using chakras. CL looks like she's using a double-edged spear, so think dark ball. Now, and then a bit more vague here, but it looks like the twins, like they're using magic, a whole lot of fireball. So that's what their thing is. Now, yeah. So I'm thinking that at least for now, I'm thinking they're doing the 27. Either they're wrapping up post game DLC plans, or getting like everything together so they can ship out the deluxe edition content which I'm gonna get into, or for like bug fixes. So or like wrapping up cutscenes. So like, it could be various things actually delaying the game. So aside from the translations, the art book will have over 300 pages of art in it that are not going to be featured from the game, but also from across the other titles. Yeah, and I might get the game just for that. So this is for the Galaxy Edition, the most expensive version. It'll also come with a soundtrack. What's interesting about this is that it's a 2-disc original soundtrack, and it'll include the theme song, and the Neptunia theme is actually going to be sung by Rie Tanaka, who is the voice actor for Neptune and Purple Heart. That's interesting there. It'll also come with a TCG, believe it or not, PR card, Divine Cross. And it's also going to be the season pass, so you'll get literally all the DLC as well if you buy season pass. If you get the Galaxy Edition. So it sounds like it'll be really worth getting if you ask me. And the Divine Cross, that sounds like it's the TCG. Like they note it as the Neptunia TCG, believe it or not. So like it comes in a 5-pack. So this is when you open 5 packs, it becomes your deck. This is a 2-player competitive trading card game. I'm not joking there. Like, huh? Of course, you can also collect your favorite cards and build your own deck. Enjoy easy card battles with Divine Cross. Yeah, so like what the card they feature is Purple Heart. Has an HP. Like I can't really read everything else. So it's legit a card game that they're gonna like tell you about. Like how you can get the other cards, I'm not sure though. The most I can get you from like, via dialogue is that for whatever reason Bruges like missed this meeting on purpose. We'll try to find out about that. But yeah, like all this stuff is to really push for the 15th anniversary for the series. So get that too. Now I want to come back to something, which is the Infinite stuff. So we got 2 big major things going on for the series: the concept for Infinite and Fusion. What might happen is, I'm getting a little speculative, but what might happen is that Neptune is gonna like go through all these various dimensions that are gonna be introduced in the game, right? And see that what might happen too is that she'll see that the meteor is gonna happen no matter what. So what can happen is that because like fusion is like a thing for like these 2 characters, these are twins. What's stopping her really from doing the same thing and be like, okay, I need to fuse between all the goddesses with myself to make Infinite Heart. Like it's gonna be mad broken, and they wouldn't do something like that. There's nothing on the box art that would indicate that, but listen, like they might go in that direction because that would make sense for her to go to something like that drastic for a scenario like this. I don't know how they'll resolve this story, but it seems like they would do something really impactful like that. Like Infinite Heart sounds like a really good thing to bank on right now. So if you ask me, there's a lot to look forward to this game. Now how they exactly do the story, we'll have to see. So legit, like imagine Neptune, she has goes into infinite heart, and she also has like the rewind, so she can literally stop any threat with those two combinations there to be that powerful. Like I'll get into like scaling for Neptune because she would need something like this to actually overcome the sort of threat, but she's already insanely busted like as is. This and what might be possible too is that she'll have infinite shares, so that's very possible too. Giving her infinite power. So I think that's where this is going. So basically, everyone's gonna call it Neptunia Infinite. That's where everything's going. So I actually wanted this to be called something more like Higher Dimension Neptunia X or something like that. Maybe if y'all know anything about Megman X, I think y'all know where I'm trying to go with that. As far as like what he like does and how he like evolves. Might not be off too far off anyway, because with this whole infinite concept and the fusion state, if they like a better term, use both of those ideas, who knows what we'll get if they really go into it. But someone telling me that they're gonna actually try to go all in with like ideas here and do a whole lot with the story. But we'll see in the long run. We'll see. That's all I have for y'all for now, because not much I can actually go into beyond the possibility that, or the fact really that that team was going to go into infinite different dimensions to help her situation. So that's where everything is going as of now. But that's all that I have for y'all right now. Make sure to like, comment, see if y'all can add anything to this. For now, this is Hot Take Central, and I'm out. Take care.